Yo guys, welcome back to the FIFA Flow podcast. Today we got season 3, episode 16 of the podcast, guys. Today, guys, we got quite a bit to talk about. We got the Nations League. We're going to talk about international games, not just the Nations League, but we got like Canada, Brazil, Argentina. So those are international games. Iran as well. And then on top of that, we got the SDMN charity match. Surprisingly, it's on FotMob, guys. So it was pretty funny, and I thought like, oh, we should look at the ratings. We should talk about the match. And then we also got some Twitter news. We're also going to talking about surrounding Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Paris Saint-Germain with Lionel Messi, trying to get a new contract on Lionel Messi. And then on top of that, guys, I wanted to say that I'm very sorry for the delay. I was sick the past 2 days, and I'm still sick today. I have like a sore throat, a runny nose. I kind of have some body pain like when I move around. So sorry if like it sounds a bit different, but that does not stop us from uploading this podcast episode, guys. Before we get into this episode, I just want to do a huge crazy announcement, guys, which is the release of the FIFA Flow website, guys. Yes, I used Wix to create this website. There will be this ad when you guys do go click the link. But other than that, it's still the FIFA Flow website, guys. As you can see, we got the banner. We got, of course, Vinicius. We got ASM, Alan, what's his name? Alan Saint Max. We got Kylian Mbappe. We got Ronaldo. We got Luka Modric, the magisterial midfielder. We got La Pulga, Dembele, KDB. We got Ney, and then we got Karim, the Dream, the Big G, Benzema, guys. As you can see, we got the Instagram here. So one of them is the personal Instagram, which is this one, and then the other one will be the podcast Instagram. We got the Twitter here, which is the podcast Twitter, and then of course this one just goes back to the YouTube channel, guys. We got different tabs as well. So this isn't just the first page on the site. Of course, you can see we got the PSG for the background, FIFA Flow Football Podcast. Of course, we got my face there. FIFA Flow Podcast, go listen now. And then look, so you got the tactical symbols here. At the bottom, you can leave a comment if you want to give a suggestion or like some feedback. And then once again, it shows like the different pages here and who it's owned by. If you go to let's go to the schedule one next. So the schedule one is where we're going to be posting the podcast, like when we're going to be uploading the podcast. As you can see, it is going to be released today, but what am I trying to say here? But I made this before, so that's why this is already set still. But just for future references, it's going to show here. So if you want to know when I'll be uploading a podcast, it will be on the FIFA Flow podcast website, guys. So crazy. I'm just very happy I'm able to do this. You can go forward a month and stuff. It's going to show and stuff. And then maybe I'll say like when I'm off as well. So yeah. The white, if it's surrounded, if there's like a white square like this or rectangle that says season 3 or season whatever, episode whatever, that means there's an event going on. If it's red, that's the date. So tomorrow, the 26th, Monday, September the 26th, will show as red. This will show as purple, but this white thing will still be there, as that's when the podcast was released. That's when the last podcast was released. So like for the next podcast, I might have one on Tuesday or Wednesday. I'll put it's gonna show like a white symbol on here as well, kind of like this one, but season 3, episode 17 over here. So it's cool that I'm able to do this, as you guys can see. At least one post every week, but sometimes there might be more. So just stay tuned here. And you guys may know that last episode or 2 episodes ago, I announced that I want to try to do these mini game type stuff, which is missing 11. You got to guess the team from a certain game in the past. And then there's also like it's kind of like Wordle, but it's called Foodle, which is you have to guess the football player. So I'm trying to do some of those mini podcasts episode, like a 5-minute time, like we have to see how fast can we get the player, how fast can we get the team or something. So those will also be on here as well. Maybe in another color, but for sure in another name. So the name will show, if you click on it as well, it shows the description of what the podcast is going to be talking about. So yeah, it's crazy that I'm able to do this all for free as well. There is going to be this ad and stuff on the top, but I don't really mind right now. I'm not really a big podcaster. So for now we are chilling. As you guys can see on the side here as well, we got some more. You can click the link here as well, and it goes to the pod or to the Instagram or whatever social media link is attached to it. If you go to the host, this is where I talk a bit about myself. I say why I love why I love football and stuff, how I got into football. And you can see there's someone a photo from San Francisco, a photo from Las Vegas when I went to the El Clasico, the Madrid versus Barcelona game this past summer. And then the main part is where you'll be able to look at when the podcast is released. The only problem here is see how it says uploaded 1 hour, last updated 1 hour ago. The problem here is you're not going to be seeing this episode over here until 24 hours. So it updates every 24 hours. So around 4:30 it's going to update. So if I uploaded this podcast at 3 p.m. today, it would update and show this. But since it's been past that 24-hour time, I have to wait. You guys will have to wait till tomorrow around 4:30 p.m. And then today, and then this podcast season 3 episode 16 will show up beside here on the list. So yeah, if you click here as well, it's going to be going to the podcast.
Hello guys, welcome.
And you'll be able to watch it when you click on the link. So this is where a lot of the stuff will be happening, guys. I'm very excited that I'm able to do this. Hopefully I'm also able to do like, oh, maybe you guys can come on the show or something, or like a live chat where everyone can talk. I mean, this one is theoretically a live chat as well. I can type something and it will show up, but the only difference is like it's just gonna get longer and longer and stuff. So I do have to do a solution for that. But I want to have like a whole separate page. I have a podcast, a schedule, a host page. I want to have a whole separate page to be able to have a live chat. Everyone's able to talk together live on the website. So it's gonna be crazy. Maybe I can do like a live podcast live. You guys can watch live on here. So that'd be crazy. But yeah, guys, link will be the first link down below. The FIFA Flow Football Podcast website. I'm very excited. But yeah, let's get right into it, guys. Let's get right into the episode. Let's start off with the Nations League. We got 2 Nations League games, guys. So we got match day 5 and match day 6. Let's go ahead and talk about the ones that I find a bit interesting. So Netherlands versus Poland, of course, Lewandowski. And then also you got the Netherlands, you got Gravenberge, you got Bergwijn, you got De Ligt, you got Van Dijk, you got Szczesny. So no, Szczesny is Polish. You got Timber, Dumfries, Blind, yes, Memphis Depay, Frenkie de Jong. So of course, guys, Netherlands have a very strong, not just a strong team, but I feel like the thing with Netherlands is they are a very physical team. So like physically, like in the League One, that's what you would say. This is like Netherlands would be like the national team of the League One, because in the League One, they're a very physical oriented league, guys. And same goes here with Netherlands. Of course, you got Timber, Ake, Van Dijk, of course, Virgil van Dijk, VVD. Of course, he is one of the best center backs currently in the world. And you can tell how defensively it's like his defensive awareness, his aggression, his physicality, his aggressiveness, just to defend is crazy. So physically, Netherlands are an insane team, and that helped them get the victory against the team of Lewandowski. They've got Szczesny, Zielinski, who plays for Napoli, I believe. So Poland do have a pretty decent team, but I think Netherlands, as I said, are just a stronger team physically. I think the thing with Netherlands is the people there are so nice as well. So I think with this team is they're very what am I trying to say here? They're very like well together. Their chemistry in the team is very good, so they're able to play well together, get some chances on goal, and hopefully score a goal. As you guys can see, Gakpo getting subbed on, who also scored a goal. The 13-year-old, who I believe plays for PSV. I believe he plays for PSV. And then we got Bergwijn, who plays for Spurs, of course. I think he transferred out this summer. I'm not quite sure. I think he also went to the Eredivisie League, back to Ajax, if I'm not mistaken. But Bergwijn also scoring a goal in the 60th minute. Keep in mind, most of these games, especially the Nations League ones, I did not quite watch. I watched Argentina. I watched a Sidemen charity match. I watched some highlights of a few games. But a game like this one, I didn't really watch. It's just the teams we're gonna be looking at, like talking about how they won and stuff. But yeah, that was Netherlands and Poland. On top of that, let's see what else do we have for match day 5. Croatia versus Denmark. Man, Croatia, man, is such a good team. Eriksson showing up, scoring in the 77th minute. But just 2 minutes after that, unfortunately, Major, I don't really know how to say that name. I probably butchered it hard. Maher, I don't know if you don't say the J. Whatever his name is, 2 minutes after Eriksson's goal to make it 1-1. He scores and makes it 2-1. So a good goal there to keep Croatia on top, and then they held it for the last 10 minutes. Man, let's just talk. It wasn't really this game that Modric showed up. It was the second game, the game today against who was it? Was it Denmark? Who was it against? We had Austria. The game today against Austria, man. We're gonna talk about that a bit later on. But that game, Luka Modric is a monster, man. He's 30. This guy doesn't even age. This guy is just a magisterial midfielder, box to box. Like, holy, Luka Modric is one of the best midfielders of our generation, maybe in the world. My top 5 midfielders: Lothar Matthäus at first. Actually, no. What do you consider Zinedine Zidane, Zizou? Would you consider him a midfielder? I think he was more of a midfielder. Maradona, you can say, was kind of like a center forward cam. So Maradona more of an attacking one. I think as a box to box, we're gonna say Zidane first. I'd say honestly Modric second, Matthäus second, or no, actually yeah, Matthäus and Modric second, Xavi third. I think that's my top 3. I don't really know who else there is. Maybe you can say like Iniesta for sure. But yeah, just crazy Luka Modric. This guy never ages. He's a magisterial player with his Trivellas, his Quaresma, Trivellas. It's kind of becoming his now. They're kind of sharing it. He signed a contract with Trivella FC. Like, that's kind of crazy. But yeah, what a game here. And this game actually keeps them on top of the Group A for the Nations League, guys. Anything else in the match day 5? Let's just take a look here. We got France, Austria. So good win there for France to beat Austria. Even if they won this, even if they won today's game, which they did not, surprisingly, against Denmark, it still wouldn't have put them up. But I mean, a win is still a win. They get to celebrate it. Kylian Mbappe scoring in the 56th minute of the game. So crazy there. Actually, guys, give me a moment. Let me just go get a tissue. My nose is a bit runny. Use the Sorry about that. A little bit of an interruption in the podcast episode. As you guys know, I said I was a bit sick. I have a runny nose, a sore throat. So I can't even tell. I'm sounding a bit like I have a runny nose and stuff. But guys, Kylian Mbappe scoring in the 56th minute. Beautiful goal there. I did not see it, but just 10 minutes after that, Oliver Giroud goes ahead and score. Man, this guy is crazy. Oliver Giroud going to AC Milan from Chelsea. I think last year he went, or this summer, not quite sure, but Oliver Giroud scoring in the 65th minute as well. I did not watch this game, unfortunately, but as I said, yeah, even if they were to win this game and today's game against Denmark, it would not put them on top of the Group A of the Nations League, guys. So yeah, that was France and Austria. Let's see, what else do we have for here? Actually, I went a bit too up. Belgium, Wales. Okay, so I'm not going to go into depth about this one, but 2-1 there for Belgium. Of course, I think Wales have a pretty decent team. They got like Gareth Bale and stuff, but of course, like usual, Belgium, they got Lakaka, they got Eden Hazard, they got Thorgan Hazard, his brother, they got Thibaut Courtois, they got Kevin De Bruyne. So they have a pretty strong team, and that's why they went ahead and scored 2-1. Yeah, Kevin De Bruyne, the center back, Batshuayi, also scored, so good there for him. I believe he's a center back. Anything else here? Crazy like loss for Germany here against Hungary. So good to see Hungary showing up. I think honestly Hungary do have kind of an underrated team. They got they got this guy here, Skozbol. Yeah, I forgot his name, but he is a midfielder cam type player. Um, Gulaski in the Bundesliga. I thought no, I think Guardiola plays for a different team, but I do think that Hungary still have a underrated team. I feel like they do have some talents here and there, but Germany, man, Germany back in the days, guys. As I said, back in the 1900s, or even this past like in 2014, guys, Germany were unbeatable, guys. Like man, what a team Germany is. They got Gnabry, Muller, guys. Muller, one of the best cams of our generation. This guy is just crazy. Thomas Muller. They got Timo Werner, the German R9, Leroy Sané. They got Gundogan, Kimmich, guys. This guy, after Pep Guardiola went to Bayern Munich, Kimmich literally turned into a monster, guys. Rudiger also a monster for not just Germany back in the Euros last year, but for Real Madrid, he's been doing crazy. I think Alaba is now playing fullback now that Rudiger is here. Rudiger more central. Rudiger Militao, Alaba left back and Carvajal right back. So pretty interesting there. But yeah, unlucky defeat for Germany against Hungary there. Anything else? Italy, England, guys. You guys already know. Euro final last year. With Raspadori. This guy in the Serie A striker, goes ahead and scores in the 68th. Why not the 69th minute, man? Just for the memes. But Raspadori, Di Lorenzo, Barella, Jorginho, Acerbi, the center back, Bonucci, and Donnarumma. Those are the ones that I know who all played pretty decent. And good to see Raspadori. I think he's pretty young as well, if I'm not mistaken. How old is Raspadori? 22 years old. So yeah, good to see that he's pretty young. I know he was a youngster, somewhere in the sorry about that. I know he was like quite a young player, somewhere in the low 20s. So 22 years old, he scores against England. That's kind of insane. So yeah, good win here for Italy, who I think gets second or first in their group, in the group A. And then what else do we have? Nothing really else from match day. Oh yeah, guys, Czech Republic versus Portugal. This one, a lot of drama going here, especially around Cristiano Ronaldo, guys. CR7 injury. Czech. Yeah, what a terrible injury for Ronaldo. So what went on the Czech Republic? What happened here is it came in for a cross. As you guys can see, the goalkeeper and Ronaldo go like head to hand, as the goalkeeper tries to like punch it out. Of course, Ronaldo doing his usual headers, and then unfortunately after that he gets a terrible blood injury on the nose. So hopefully it's okay. It looks terrible. I do not like looking at this video quite a lot. Yeah, as you guys can see, holy, that is terrible. But they did put a band-aid. They did like fix him, not fix, like they did give him some medical support, and he continued on to play the game. Unfortunately, he did not score, but his Manchester United teammates and a Liverpool teammate go on to score. So Man United carried to Portugal, guys. Man United team, Diego Dalot, the right back for Manchester United, who's been doing really good. A replacement for AAW, Aaron Wan, or AWB, replacement for Aaron Wan-Bissaka. I think Diego Dalot is a really good replacement. He's been doing well on the ball. He's good attacking. He's good defensively. He's okay. He could do a bit better, but I still think that he is a better player than Aaron Wan-Bissaka. So yeah, he scores in the 33rd minute, 52nd minute. Bruno Fernandes, of course, guys, the best the best player in the best midfielder in the Premier League. No, just kidding. KDB, superior midfielder. But yeah, Bruno Fernandes scoring in the 47th minute. So in added time. of the first half, and then Diego Jota to Liverpool. So we can theoretically say Premier League, mainly United, did carry this game. So good there to see Portugal winning. And I think that right now Portugal are topping their group, if I'm not mistaken. They still have a game tomorrow, but I think like even like if they lose tomorrow, they should still be on top of the group, guys. And then we had a few games today. Croatia versus Austria. As I said, this guy Luka Modric, the magisterial box to box midfielder who literally never ages. This guy, magisterial goal in the 6th minute. Like, this guy is literally crazy, man. Like, he just like not just a goal, but just he's everywhere on the pitch defensively. His passes to get in behind. I think he made an assist as well, if I'm not mistaken. No assist actually, but like just his vision, his creative, like to make a creative chance to score a goal is just crazy, man. Luka Modric, just what a player. Croatia, hopefully they can show up again in the World Cup like they did in 2018 in the Russia World Cup against France in the final. That was Croatia's year, and hopefully they can do it again. Because yeah, I think Croatia is a really, really good team, and Luka Modric, man, that guy is just something different. And then I think we have Denmark, France, which, yeah, quite surprising that France did lose this game against Denmark. As I said, they won the game against Austria, but even if they won this game, it still wasn't enough to put them on top of the Group A of the Nations League, guys. But quite surprising to see this. The Mbappe even start. Mbappe started, Giroud started. Yeah, that's why, guys. That's why they lost, because Karim the Dream, Karim Benzema did not score. He wasn't even called up. What the heck, man? He wasn't even called up. You got Griezmann at striker, Camavinga and Tchouaméni. Let's talk about these two, because these two, not just for Madrid recently, Camavinga last season, insane. Tchouaméni recently, like for his first few games in the La Liga, has been crazy. As Luka Modric and Toni Kroos said, they really appreciate Tchouaméni's effort in the midfield, defensively and attackingly. But these two guys for France are also built different. Camavinga being the second youngest player to play in a French competition, or just to play in a competition. I think, of course, Mbappe is the youngest one at 18 years old. Maybe I could be mistaken, but Camavinga, man, what a player. Tchouaméni. So these guys dominating the midfield. And then, yeah, it looks like Christopher Nkunku, the Rats, who had one of the best seasons in the Bundesliga in the world last season. This guy got every single week, every single day, he got a man of the match, a player of the month, a player of the year. So what a player Nkunku was. He should get Ballon d'Or for that. But yeah, unlucky loss for France here, and not looking good because, like, yeah, with the upcoming World Cup, Koundé being injured, I think Dembele also got a bone injury or something like that, so not looking good for the upcoming World Cup this November. Netherlands, Belgium, guys, we had this today as well, so surprising here, where Van Dijk scores off of a header, off of a corner, so huge there for Van Dijk. I did not watch this game, but yeah, all I knew is like Belgium played pretty decent. They played really like underrated, I believe. I saw somewhere like on Instagram and stuff, like Hazard, like, guys, Hazard is supposed to be like, after he was done his injury, like he pulled out this metal thing in his body for his injury. Everyone was like, oh, Hazard is gonna be back, guys. Prime Hazard from Chelsea, back at Madrid, guys. But I mean, for Belgium, it's not really back. He got subbed off, so not really doing the best here. But Netherlands do win to top of their group. Tomorrow we got a good game as well. England, Germany at 11:45 a.m. my time. Any other good games? Decent games? Hungary, Italy, maybe that's a bit decent. Portugal, Spain, we'll talk about that on the next podcast episode. Norway, Serbia, I kind of don't mind watching that as well. But yeah, that is the Nations League. If we look at the table here, yeah, Croatia dominating their group. I think they got 4 wins, 1 draw, and 1 loss. We got Denmark also dominating the group. As I said, yeah, if France were to win the game on Friday, or I think it was Thursday, if they were to win the game against Austria, which they did win, and today's game against Denmark, they still wouldn't be on top of the table. They'll be like 1 point behind because Denmark wouldn't have won. They'd be at 9 points. France would be at 8. So unlucky there for France. No more games here, so Croatia and Denmark make it through. We got League A, Group 2, which is Portugal. Yeah, I think Portugal have already secured their spot. I think it's just Switzerland. So Spain need to lose and Switzerland need to win against Czech Republic. And I do think that Switzerland are going to be a better team against Czech Republic. So if Switzerland to win and Spain lose, that puts Switzerland at second and moves on to the next stage. We got the Group 3, which is quite surprising, guys. Hungary in the first place. This is like the group of death for the Nations League in League A. Hungary on top at 10 points. Hopefully they can win the game tomorrow against Italy to be the leader of the Group 3. Italy, I do think Italy will go through. I think we have England, Germany tomorrow, so that's going to be a tough game. I do think that Germany will win. And I think, yeah, if Italy win, Italy make it through. But if they draw or lose, if they draw, they have to win. If Germany win, Italy also have to win. Mandatory win for Italy to go through the next stage. And if they don't, it's just unlucky, guys. Italy, man, you guys already know the World Cup curse, where whoever wins the Euros or the last World Cup gets knocked out of the group stage in the next World Cup or in the next competition. So Italy winning the Euros, they didn't qualify for the World Cup, and then might get knocked out of the group stage here. France, a lot of people saying because they won the last World Cup, 2018 Russia World Cup against Croatia final, they're gonna get knocked out of the what's it called? Of the group stage for this upcoming November Qatar World Cup. And the only team to win the World Cup back-to-back is, of course, one of the best national teams ever back in the 1900s. Even now, they still have a magisterial, skillful team, Brazil, guys. Brazil winning a back-to-back. So I do think that France won't get knocked out. I don't know if they'll win, though. I do think it's going to be between Brazil, Argentina, and Portugal for me. Those are the top 3, I think, highest percent winners. But I do think that France will make it up to the semifinals for sure. For sure, they'll make it up to the semifinals. I think they have a strong team. Even winning the World Cup and having the World Cup curse on them, it will not put pressure on them because they're still one of the best teams in the world. And N'Golo Kante, Griezmann, and Nkunku, Karim the Dream, Lloris, what a goalkeeper he is, and a captain in the back. So yeah, let's see if France go on to the semifinals. As I said, if Germany win, Italy also have to win, but Italy have the Euro curse, so they're also going to get knocked out of the group stage of the Nations League. Group 4, where Belgium has to win. Actually, is Belgium playing? Oh no, the group is already done. 6 games, so looks like Netherlands and Belgium going through. And then we got the League B, which we're not really staying focused on. Maybe like you can say Group 4 League B, with Norway, Serbia, Slovenia, and Sweden. So over here, one more game tomorrow, but Norway and Serbia will still be making it go through. And I think there's also a Norway-Serbia game tomorrow, but it doesn't really matter since both teams will be going through. So yeah, that is the Nations League there for you guys. Iran versus Uruguay, guys. The beautiful band, Mehdi Taremi. What a player Mehdi Taremi is. This guy literally destroyed Uruguay, and what a beautiful goal he scored as well. The only reason you could say that this wasn't an exciting game is because of the situation going on in Iran right now, which is with the government. Like, they're killing a lot of people, which is not good to see. So of course, inshallah, everyone, all the people, all the citizens in Iran can kind of kick the government out and have a peaceful, good country, just like back when in the old days, the Persian Empire. That was like the glory days of Iran. But after this government came in, after they killed the king and kicked his son out, it's just been such a bad country. And the worst part is like America not really doing anything, because with the king wants to keep everything to himself and make like an empire. But with the government is trading. The government wants money, so he's giving stuff to America. That's why America doesn't want to ruin that economical connection with Iran. So that's why it's not really good there. They're not thinking about the citizens, man. If this was happening to America's citizens, they would want help from anyone. But I do think that Elon Musk is trying to give. They did disconnect the Wi-Fi in Iran, but I do think Elon Musk is trying to make some like really good like Wi-Fi things outside of Iran in like countries like Israel or like Turkey or like Pakistan or India or like Egypt or whatever. I think there's trying to he's trying to put some like Wi-Fi things to signal into Iran, which is good because they need Wi-Fi. We need to see what's going on and make sure everyone is safe. So good there, but that does affect football as well because it didn't seem as exciting for Iran to win because of what's going on. Everyone just wants everyone to be safe in Iran. So even like the players weren't. They celebrated like they were praying and stuff, like hoping that everyone is safe. But other than that, good game. As I said, Mehdi Taremi playing well. Uruguay also doing pretty decent as well. Valverde, Luis Suarez, Darwin Nunez, Bentancur, who I believe is in the Serie A now. Araujo, who did get injured as well. So we'll talk about that a bit later as well. But yeah, good game here for Iran, guys. Man, Argentina, guys. Lionel Messi, what a performance by Messi, scoring a penalty in the last minute of in the 47th minute, 2 minutes of added time. So what a goal for Lionel Messi here. But the best goal of the game was in the 69th minute. Not because the number, I'm not saying it because of that, guys, but because of the way he scored it. He did like an air ball. It looked like it was like a volley in the air, and it was very similar to his first goal with Barcelona, assisted by Ronaldinho, a chip over the keeper. So very similar to that. So it looked like an iconic goal. And Messi's goal is never gonna be it's always gonna be enjoyable to watch Lionel Messi score a goal. On top of that, when Messi does get injured, or not just injured, when he gets like tackled, or like when one of the opponents are like kind of like hurting Messi, guys, this guy Rodrigo Javier de Paul, or however you say it, de Paul on FIFA, the commentators say de Paul, but in real life they say de Paul. So Rodrigo Javier de Paul, guys, this guy is literally Messi's bodyguard. Like, you have to beat de Paul to get to Messi. Like, this guy is literally Messi's bodyguard. He's probably like watching Messi in the shower to make sure Messi doesn't drown. Like, that's how, like, bro, like de Paul, man, he's everywhere. Just like as a midfielder, he's really good. But like with Messi, guys, his chemistry with Messi is over 100%, like a 101%. Great chemistry. And he's literally Lionel Messi's bodyguard. I think he really wants Messi to play in the World Cup. He wants to play. He's committed to win the World Cup. He's committed with Argentina, and he wants everyone on the team to be okay. And of course, he's always there to protect Lionel Messi, being his bodyguard. Yeah, they honestly, Argentina have such a good team. Rulli, Martinez, Tagliafico, Paredes, De Paul, Lo Celso, Papi Gomez, guys. He's the Papi. Lisandro Martinez. Or no, this is Lautaro Martinez. Lisandro is the center back for Man United. Lionel Messi. So you have Montiel, the right back. Julian Alvarez, Di Maria. Perez, guys. This is Perez's son. Angel Correa. So what a team like they have. They have such a good, like, chemistry wise, it's such a good team. So crazy game here. As I said, that 69th minute goal looked very iconic, and it's just very nice seeing like Lionel Messi score. It's very enjoyable to watch. That kind of like lob over the keeper. What a goal. So that is Argentina there. Brazil, Ghana, guys. We got Marquinhos scoring a header in the 9th minute. Richarlison scoring 2 goals. And then they hold it to the last. They hold it for the second half to win against Ghana, who had two. I also do think they have a pretty good team as well. But just they didn't show up against Brazil. Brazil are just something different. As I said, Brazil, Portugal, and Argentina. Maybe you can say France. Those 4 are the top 4 who I predict will win the World Cup for sure. So yeah, that is Brazil. I did not watch this game. Canada versus Qatar. We got Kyle Larin and Jonathan David scoring early on in the game, guys. Kyle Larin and Jonathan David have been magnificent for Canada. And like when we went through the qualification for World Cup, these two carried us in the front, guys. Like, holy, what an attack this is. Alphonso Davies playing Cam. Holy, that's kind of crazy to see, guys. For Canada, Alphonso Davies is a very good attacker. And it's good that he, as a left back, as a full back, you can say a left mid, a left wing back for Bayern Munich, that he has his defensive skills as well. So it's good. Like if he plays attacking for Canada, then he also has that defensive skill as well to apply pressure higher up on the pitch. So good here. I did not watch this game, but when I do watch Canada, guys, Kyle Larin and Jonathan David always score a goal. These guys show up all the time. So we got SDMN charity match, guys. And it's quite surprising they had this on here, guys. Simon Miniminter, 10 rating, guys. He's doing better than Ronaldo. Ronaldo in the mud. We got Vic. So yeah, SDMN scoring a hat trick of goals and a hat trick of assists. Vic Star scoring 1 goal. We got Toby Jizzle scoring 2 goals there. Chris MD scoring a goal later on in the game. Guys, Chris MD. Noah Beck is literally clear of Chris MD, guys. Like, you can see there's one point in the game, I think it was in the second half, where Chris MD went to dribble the ball. And Noah Beck comes up to him and he literally passes it back to the keeper. That's how scared he is. He's running away from the big boys. We got KSI, Mr. Beast, Calfreezy, Bazinga. We got Rotishaw, aka Harry W2S. W2S Rotishaw. We got Zerka and Pieface. So I think out of the SDMN team, of course, Miniminter was one of the best. In the back line, Rotishaw was insane, guys. That guy carried SDMN's back line. And in the midfield, it's got to be Toby Jizzle and Manny as well. Manny scoring a goal and an assist. He assisted his brother, I believe, and he got a goal assisted from his brother. So he literally, Toby Jizzle running down the wing here, does a Trivella outside the foot cross, and Manny goes ahead and headers it in the back of the net against Cal the Dragon. On the SDMN side, we got Nico scoring 2 goals at striker, so really good to see Nico there. Chunks, who had a brilliant performance, honestly one of the best performances for the YouTube All-Stars. We got Ice Speed, who is definitely onside most of the time. He scored a goal, but of course, since he was onside, definitely not offside, it was disallowed, but it took him like 2 minutes to realize. He went su, and then after that, he realized it was disallowed, and he started barking. We got Castro, who is honestly one of my favorites. He's a FIFA streamer. I watch him every week. So Castro, good to see him score, doing a 1-2 with Theo Baker, I believe. And then Theo Baker going in behind, or Castro going in behind, Theo Baker passing it with a left foot strike from Castro, 1-touch left foot strike to the far post behind Pieface, who's also a FIFA streamer. On top of that, who else do we have? Yeah, Castro's goal. It was good to see his celebration. He took off his shirt. He had like an undershirt, and on top it said, "My mom beat cancer." So as you guys may know, it was a charity match. They got over $1.07 million. So crazy there for a charity. And it was for cancer charity. So Castro had to go show that his mom also beat cancer, and that this game will help a lot of millions of people out there as well. So good there for Castro to score, guys. Noah Beck, I did say this guy is way better than Chris MD. I don't know how he got 8.2. This guy dominated the midfield. Same with Philly, honestly. Philly deserves higher. I think Philly on the back line was insane. His goal, magisterial goal, goes around, I think it's around, who is it around? He went like around Randolph. I think it was Randolph or Jamie. It might have been Jamie. He went around him, kind of like a Well, bro, he kind of did like a scoop around Jamie. I think I don't remember who it was, and then what a strike he had outside the box, top bin. So crazy there by Philly. I don't know. The goal was insane. His defensiveness like was insane. So 7.1 is like they did him dirty. So uh and Essa and Gibb. I know he plays. I've never really heard of him. No, I have heard of him, but I forgot what group is he with. He's with like Nico and Chunks, in that YouTube group. Theo Baker, Pinero, guys. This guy was insane. 5.9 rating. What? But I think the best player on the Sidemen team has to be, or on the YouTube All Stars team, had to be Danny Aarons. This guy was everywhere on the pitch. His passing was crazy. I think what is it here? Accurate passes, 100%. So this guy is cracked, guys. He's cracked. What a player he was. And then Cal the Dragon, yeah, this guy was. Both like I think yeah he had a few good saves. Same with Pieface, but because of the 8-7 scoreline, like both of them just were devastating, devastating. And then it was cool to see that the managers as well. We had Bailey Wingrove and Mark Goldbridge, guys, the United fan, both being this guy wearing a suit as well, all professional. He looked like a good manager. Um, yeah, and then Billy Wingrove, part of the F2. You guys may know F2. That group unfortunately broke up. They still publish videos, but like there's something going on between them, between those two. Billy Wingrove and what's his name? Jimmy Lynch, Jeremy Lynch, both of them being F2 freestylers, like football freestylers. But Billy Wingrove being called up to be the coach for the Sidemen team. So yeah, crazy game here. What a game. I watched this live on YouTube at 7 a.m. guys. It was at 7 a.m. But let's get a round of applause that $1.07 million will be donated to charity because of the game. Because of the sponsors, from the tickets, from the food, from the merchandise, from the donation. So crazy there. Round of applause. That is all our games, guys. We got some news to talk about. I am kind of running out of breath here because of my sickness. It's hard to breathe. But let's start over here. Xavi will provide Lionel Messi with everything he needs so that there is a perfect last dance season for him at Barcelona. And there's one more here. Barcelona have started working on Lionel Messi's signing in 2023. The club believes that a financial agreement can be reached and he will agree to a secondary role. The relationship with him is getting better and Xavi wants him to return. So, of course, you guys already know, 17 years at Barcelona. He was 16 years old or 15 years old when he joined Barcelona. And unfortunately, you guys already know, 2 years ago in 2020, Barcelona financially 1.3 billion in debt. They had to let go of Lionel Messi. The La Liga Federation said that you cannot sign him. You've broken the financial fair play, and Messi went to Paris Saint-Germain. Let's go, best team in the world. You guys can see over here, ici c'est Paris. But with his contract ending in 2023, it could be likely that he could go back to Barcelona, or he could re-sign with Paris Saint-Germain after the World Cup. Paris Saint-Germain will do madly everything they can to renew Lionel Messi's contract. Paris is trying to persuade the Argentine genius to stay in Paris. FC Barcelona are preparing to make a move for him next summer. So let's see what happens. I feel like if we get to the finals or to the semifinal, if we get a good run in the Champions League, if we win the League One again, I think he might have a possibility to stay. If we make it to the finals and still lose, I feel like he might have he might stay and try one last time to go to the finals and this time win. That's only if we make it to the finals and lose. If we win with Paris Saint-Germain, maybe he'll still do it. But if we go out earlier in the quarterfinals and the semifinals, he's definitely going to go back to Barcelona. I already know it. But that is around Messi. We got some more stuff around Messi. But let's go back to Barcelona first. Trent Alexander-Arnold to FC Barcelona is possible, but the club will have to spend a lot of money to sign him, which they plan to do for the right back in 2023. So quite crazy. Trent Barcelona. That's quite interesting to see. I don't reckon it happens, but I mean, it really depends. I really don't see Trent. Actually, I really don't know. I really don't know. It could happen. It really could happen. I feel like, yeah, I think for Trent as well, it might be good for him to go to a new league, stop being in the Farmers League, the Premier League, not the Farmers League, but the overrated, always talked about league, the Prem Tax, English Tax League. So maybe going out, doing a new challenge with a club like Barcelona could be the move for him. I could see him at Barcelona, maybe going to the Serie A as well. But for sure, he needs a new challenge. How old is he as well? Oh no, it's TAA. 23 years old, so maybe like 1 or 2 more years till 25 he can stay in Liverpool and then go to a new league like Barcelona or the Serie A. So just quite interesting there to see what Barcelona are going to be doing, because I feel like, yeah, I think a new fullback will be necessary for them. FC Barcelona are very close to reaching an agreement with Frankie de Jong for a significant salary reduction. So this past summer, when Frankie wanted to stay at Barcelona and didn't want to give up his extra money that Barcelona owed him to go to United, now he's willing to make a salary reduction. So what the heck, Frankie, man, make up your mind. Like, Frankie is a bigger club legend than Piqué, Alba, bro. Okay, no, that's just messed up. Piqué, Alba, at least, like, bro, these guys are legends. He helped the club to reduce his salary while others didn't. Okay, maybe that way you can say, but like play style wise, definitely not. Yeah, definitely. This guy doesn't know anything, guys. Literally. So, yeah, it could be an extension. If he does intend to extend, Xavi may use Marcus Alonso and Frankie De Jong as center backs now. And you guys may or may not know, Frankie De Jong was actually a center back at Ajax in the Netherlands Eredivisie League when he was being coached by Erik ten Hag, now the United manager. He used to play center back there. He used to play center back at Ajax, and now at Barcelona. I think, what's his name? Ronald Koeman kind of played him more as a center mid, a CDM, but it looks like Xavi wants to make him more back to that defensive CDM center back type role. And if he does intend to do that, maybe he's planning to do like, yeah, actually I don't know, but like, yeah, I think in the midfield he's gonna be better. I think they're kind of slacking on box to box midfielders, and that's what Frankie is kind of good for with Barcelona right now. Rodri and Joshua Kimmich are the two best options to replace Sergio Busquets. So quite interesting there. I could see, actually I don't know about Rodri, but Kimmich, I could see Kimmich maybe going to Barcelona. Of course, you guys may know, after Pep Guardiola managed Barcelona, he went to Bayern Munich and coached he went to Bayern Munich and coached Bayern Munich and made Joshua Kimmich into a beast. So maybe like now, like Pep will say, "Oh, can you go back to my childhood club and help them out?" So I don't know. I was just making some stuff up there, but could see that happening. Joshua Kimmich to Bayern, or to Barcelona, from Bayern to Barcelona. He definitely needs a new challenge. He needs to leave Germany, get a new challenge. But I mean, maybe he wants to be a Bayern legend. We got Ronald Araujo may decide to have a surgery and has told the club that he will follow whatever the doctors suggest to ensure 100% recovery. Unlike Ansu Fati and Umtiti, he will be out for 6 to 8 weeks. So unfortunately, he might miss, and probably will miss, the El Clasico this in like 2-3 weeks. I think October 16th. So unlucky there. And maybe that's where Xavi test Frankie de Jong at center back. It's most likely that Koundé and Marcus Alonso will be starting in center back, or Koundé, maybe like Koundé, Christensen, Alba left back, and Marcus Alonso right back. I really don't know, but yeah, not looking good for the El Clasico. Araujo, what a player he is in the back line, so Barcelona may struggle. Confirmed Jules Koundé injury is not as serious as initially seemed. He is expected to be 100% fit for the El Clasico. So yeah, good here. Both guys, Barcelona had like no injuries before national breaks. After national game started, like now like half the main squad is like injured. So not really good there. Yeah, what a player Valverde is. Fede Valverde versus Iran. 74 passes, 89% accuracy, 6 out of 6 long balls, 8 out of 13 duels won, 2 chances created, 5 out of 16 dribbles, 4 shots, 4 recoveries, and 2 interceptions. Ego. Usual day at the office. Yeah, this guy never runs out of breath. He's literally everywhere on the pitch. Holy, it's so hard to breathe because I'm sick. But yeah, up to the final part of the podcast where we have quite a bit of stuff with Lionel Messi. Neymar and I know each other by heart. We enjoyed a lot of time in Barcelona, and now we are reunited in Paris. We are happy to be together. I like to play with him. To be in day by day. So we have fun together. So yeah, good to see that Messi. That's the main reason he joined PSG, not another club, is because he loved Neymar, like as a team, as a duo together at Barcelona. They were just glory. They were magisterial. So he wanted to go back, and he was influenced by the project. He was influenced by Mbappe being one of the best strikers. He wanted to play with him. You got Perez. You got a lot of great, like one of the world. You have a lot of world class players. So I think PSG was the right option for him. Lionel Messi, Kylian Mbappe is a different player. He is a monster, 1-against-1. He is very strong. He is very fast. He has a lot of goals in him. He is very competitive, and I think in the next few years he will be amongst one of the best players in the world. And honestly, right now he's one of the best players in the world. I think for sure if this was off camera, he would say something about Mbappe's ego, not passing and stuff. But other than the not passing part, all of this is still true. My goal with Paris Saint-Germain is to win the Champions League. It's a difficult competition to win, and any mistake leaves you out of the championship. But I think we are prepared for those difficult times, and we will be on the level of the competition. So as I said, if Paris Saint-Germain make it to the final, if we make it to the final, regardless of a win or a loss, I think Messi's chances of extending with PSG for one more season is highly likely. To say, oh, we made it to the final, we had such a good chance, let me try one last time and see if we can win it this time. If we get knocked out before the finals of the Champions League, I think he's for sure going back to the to Barcelona Football Club. The 7 Ballon d'Ors I won in terms of individual awards, it's a very cool thing, but I've always said that individual awards came hand in hand with collective awards. That's why I'm always grateful to my teammates and coaches, and that's very true. Let's say Lionel Messi wasn't, like, you know how many goals Lionel Messi has, or even Ronaldo. Let's say they didn't pass it to Ronaldo and Messi, and they didn't score the goals. They wouldn't be winning the Ballon d'Or. They wouldn't be at the level they are right now. But since of his team, since they are collectively, like their chemistry is good, they play football, they play like magisterial football, they pass it to Messi, Messi scores. And it's not just like Messi scoring the goals, it's just how Messi plays as well, gets him these awards. But I do think that the team also helps a lot as well. So I do agree with the statement here. Lionel Messi, the World Cup, Argentina is ready to face any team. We will play our way regardless of the opponent in front of us. But we know that the World Cup is very difficult. We'll be ready for the challenge, guys. So as I said, France, Portugal, Brazil, and Argentina are the top 4 highest percent teams to win the World Cup, in my opinion. And he said it here. He is ready. Argentina look ready as well. As I said, Rodrigo Javier de Paul is literally Messi's bodyguard. He's literally going to be there to keep Messi safe for the World Cup. So I agree with most of what he said here. But guys, that's going to end off the episode. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell. Sorry for like the slow talking and like the breaks. Yeah, I had a runny nose. It's so hard to breathe and talk. But regardless of my sickness, we still had to upload the podcast and keep you guys aware of the current football world situations and what's going on in the football world. So yeah, guys, make sure to go check out the FIFA Flow website. Maybe I'll make some like sign up thing and stuff, and maybe send out emails like, oh, I'm gonna be doing a live. Like I really don't know what's gonna. From here on out, the podcast is gonna go upwards. It's always gonna go up. We're improving every time. So thank you so much for the support. As I said, if you guys like the video, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and hit that bell to not miss out on the next video. Upload on my Instagram and on the schedule tab of the website on when the next episode will be. Most likely Tuesday or Wednesday, probably. And then after that, it's just gonna go back to league games, like league games. Premier League. We got Manchester Derby next week, so we got some pretty juicy games in the next 2 episodes. So yeah, guys, like button, subscribe, hit the bell. Make sure to go to the podcast website, save it somewhere, because a lot of the stuff will be posted on here. For now, stay happy, stay positive, stay fit, stay safe, stay flow, and I'll see you later. Peace.